want to show you this video because I want to see what you think about this way of life. I've never even knew this way of life existed.
Nigerian men watching Ugandan women, you ask yourself a question: what is really going on? In fact, since this year, I've witnessed nothing less than 6 marriages between Nigerian men and Ugandan women. I was just asking, what's really going on? What is so special about these women that is even making our men to abandon our women, going after Ugandan women? So I was able to gather some information. Somebody told me that Ugandan women are very, very contented. They are very, very kind. They are very, very respectful. They appreciate the way Nigerian men are watching.
So, in Uganda, there's a tribe. There's a tribe in Uganda. You know, that's in West Africa, in which they bow to their husbands, not outside the house, but in the house. They bow to their husbands. They bow to their elders. What do you think about that? That's
This was so uncomfortable to see. I was like, when is it ending? I don't know. I was like,
that's what.
I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not against, like, okay, if she wants to go and say hello when he arrives, if she wants to help him take his shoes out, like, that's okay, that's up to her. But why is she kneeling? I was like, why?
That's part of their culture. That's the way they've always done it. I actually asked another girl that question. She said it's only okay if the man also bows to the girl. And I'm like, I guess I can understand that. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't even know this still existed. Like in 2025, I had no clue that people still live life like this. But it still goes on in their tribe in Africa. And to me personally, I think that's beautiful. I think that's amazing. I think listen. I think that this is how a woman is guaranteed to get married. If you want a husband and you're bowing to him every time he comes home, you are going to get that ring so fast.
Well, I hope he needs to, because if she's the only one doing that, I don't get the point. I hope it's like
the point is
mutual,
showing
at least.
submission, letting him know he's the king of the household.
No, why do men like submissive women? I don't understand that.
Because submission is feminine. You know, aggressiveness
No.
aggressiveness is masculine. You know, we're the ones who go out and, you know, defend women from everything. And women are supposed to be more relaxed, more humble, and chill. Yeah. You think women should be as aggressive as men? Yes.
Why should men be aggressive in first place?
Because
Why?
the world
Like,
is
there's
dangerous. The way we became the top of the food chain is by being aggressive and making sure lions don't eat our asses. And not even just that, just other humans before the internet, and you got different languages and different people, and you got people who live in the desert who can't find food and water, and they're pillaging different communities that have food and water. You know, you got to have some type of aggression to keep from chaos from happening, to have order. You need aggression for order. You know, that's why, you know, why my country's the way it is. I mean, it's like, okay, look, everybody's gonna be peaceful, or else we just gonna blow you up. You kind of need power and strength to lead. You understand? Or else people will bully you and push you over. You get it? You're like a little bit. You're like, don't forget I'm Venezuelan. So I'll give you a little context. In this culture, there's a culture inside Uganda in which it's a tribe in which the women bow down to their husbands, not outside the house, but inside the house when they greet them. It's a way that they say to show respect and submission, and not just their husbands. They do it to their elders as well. But I'm curious, what do you think about that? What do you think about a woman bowing to her husband when he walks in the door?
Actually, it's kind of, I think it's cultural, and I think it's okay if, if that tradition is still being used up until now. because sometimes there's some places here in the Philippines that do that, but not really
Really?
bowing, just greeting, like, or sometimes we do bless,
Well, yeah, I
like we
know. I
hold
know.
the
There's a
hand.
lot of this bowing,
We
but
do.
let me say this: this isn't even bowing. This is kneeling.
Oh, okay. So this is like on a different level.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah, like, I think if it's tradition, then it's okay. It's okay.
yeah, who knew? Who knew that somewhere in the world people are still doing this? Like I had no clue that
Yeah.
people would still do stuff like this in 2025. You would think, especially being that there's English speaking nation, that the
Oh.
feminism would have gotten over there. And but I watched some videos on it because I was curious, and you know the
Mm-hmm.
women in the culture, they're like, no, this is what we do. Our grandparents wouldn't accept it any other way. They say when they go to college and stuff, they definitely would never do it in college, and they kind of shun it
Mm-hmm.
in college. But back in their home village, exactly. And you know what I think? I think it's amazing. I honestly think is
Mm.
excellent.
Me too.
I think if a woman wants to guarantee that she gets married, that she gets a ring, that's the way to do
Mm-hmm.
it. I think that's the way to do it. I mean, you showing that type of submission to your man, like honestly, internally, I find that very attractive. Now, I don't know what type of masculinity that is within me that does find that attractive, but I
Mm-hmm.
honestly do. I'm like, that's awesome. And that's what they're saying. Like, Nigerian men are leaving Nigerian women and coming to Uganda
Mm-hmm.
because, I don't know, I guess men like a submissive woman. It's just very attractive.
Yeah,
But
I agree. They like being in control of everything, and they like their women, just agreeing to what they like.
yeah, yeah, I guess we do like to control things. And I guess nowadays women feel like they don't want to be controlled, so that's where the issue comes in. But I'm surprised that you said
Mhm.
you don't have any issue with this because you're the only one that said that. I think that's awesome because I asked another girl at work, and
Mhm.
she said she doesn't have an issue with it only if the man is bowing as well. and I
Oh,
and
I see.
she asked me, she was like, "So would you bow to your woman?" And I thought about it for a second, and I'm like, you know,
Mhm.
yeah, if that's what she really wanted, I mean, I could make compromises, I guess. I mean, I'm not like this super macho dude, but what I really thought in my head, I really thought as long as she bows 2 times to every one of my bows. If she does
Yeah.
two to my one, I mean, I would be completely satisfied.